Hello viewers, Dragon Keeper 19600 here. You were probably expecting this to be a review of the latest Transformers Prime episode. Well, I'm not going to do one. Here's why. I feel like I only want to do a review if I feel strongly about the episode, like strongly enough to talk about it for 10 minutes. I felt that way about the Season 1 premiere. Actually, I didn't even then. I just, at the spur of the moment, the end of the episode, I said, I'm going to do one. So I said, oh, crap, now I have to do one. So I did one. But I'm not going to do one this week, because I didn't feel like I had a strong enough reaction to it. I didn't really react that strongly. I watched it, enjoyed it, but I didn't really feel something powerful enough to cause me to make a video. Next week's the end of the arc. This week, sorry, it's 2 days away instead of next week. When I see the next episode, that might change. It might be so epic that I just feel like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about this, and then I'll make a review. But that's not a promise. That's a what if. That's a possibility. No, what I'm here to do today is I thought I'd try something different. Why? Because I hate myself. You see, I was looking over the Transformers Energon cartoon, as I sometimes do when I want to laugh, and I was reminded of just how bad this series is. I thought what I'd do is watch every episode individually, all 51 of them, and record myself watching them, giving commentary as I go. Now, for those of you who don't know about Transformers Energon, how about I give you a brief history lesson? Transformers Energon is the second installment of the Unicron trilogy series franchise thing of Transformers. The first installment, Transformers Armada, came out in 2003, and it was pretty famous for sucking at the beginning, getting progressively better as it went on. It was a victim to poor dubbing and a lot of errors. The animation was subpar, characters got each other's names wrong a lot, dialogue was full of cliches. It was really, really bad, until it moved on, and it got around the halfway point, episode 31 or something. It starts getting really, really good. By the end, it's so epic, and the animation is so beautiful. It's what I did when I watched it is I started at halfway point and watched it from there, because really, that's the best thing to do. But yeah, it was really famous in a lot of ways. Energon was the sequel, and a lot of fans thought that it was... Now, Energon, when it came out, I think it was marked the 20-year anniversary of Transformers. So it was a big deal. People were ready for this awesome, totally cool series, and it was so bad. This show made the very poor decision, to make the Transformer characters, animated in CGI. And the CGI was terrible, and that's inexcusable, because Beast Wars, which was made years earlier, had much, much better animation. And the dialogue is even worse than the early episodes of Armada. And the storyline the dub is so messed up that half the time, no one's really sure what the story is. I'll go into more details on the flaws of this incredibly heinous addition to Transformers later. What really bugs me about the show is that it could have been good. I see a few points where it has potential. Some of the character arcs are kind of interesting. Some of the conflicts are kind of interesting. But everything is so botched and so boring that I don't feel... They really messed up. So here I go. I'm going to start with the first episode, which is titled Cybertron City. And I'm just going to tell you my thoughts, talking all through it. Now, due to my crappy movie maker software, not going to be able to actually put the episode on the video that I post. However, I will provide a link to the copy, I guess is the word, of the episode I'm watching, so that you can follow along if you so wish. So, got a little less than 6 minutes left. Let's see what I can watch in that time. Opening theme. Oh boy. As you can see already, this animation hurts. It really hurts. Oh my god. Okay, so the theme is pretty standard. I think this is the return. This was the first time in years, maybe since G1, that the theme would return to the classic robots in disguise, because I don't think they did that in Armada. Wait, no, they did do that in Armada, but only occasionally.
I am Optimus Prime, It has been 20 Earth years since the
Okay, so maybe you've heard this, but there are several different versions of this first episode. In this one, Optimus recounts the events of Armada where they defeated Unicron, which was awesome. In other versions, Demolisher gives the opening narration, which is weird, but not totally, because he is a Decepticon turned Autobot. So, yeah, I don't know why there's more than one version. It probably says so on TF Wiki, but I don't remember. Funny how we've never heard about Energon until this series, and suddenly it's a huge deal and everyone must have it. Okay, here we go. First episode. And as you can see, the 2D animation isn't bad. It's actually really spectacular. It's just that the CGI is so awful.
Optimus Prime will be mad. Listen, Misha.
This is another thing. Normally, over this scene, you'll hear Demolisher's dialogue. Here they've inserted dialogue between Kicker and Misha, which doesn't exist otherwise.
Can't? I'm doing it.
Exposition, rush it out ASAP.
Kicker! Out of my way, Misha. I'm grabbing my bike and getting out.
It's so odd because you can't even see them. And this isn't needed. Kicker escapes later and people yell at him. That's how you can infer, oh, he's not supposed to do that. You don't have to have Misha tell him he's not supposed to do that. There's Demolisher. Oh, Sanders. Sounds so confused. Now, for those of you who are fans of Death Note, you might recognize Kicker's voice. Listen to it. That's right, it's Light Yagami. Oh, what a delight. I don't know, is the dub of Death Note good? I haven't actually seen much of it.
Nice job guarding the gate, Demolisher. You're not the boss of me, Autobot.
Acting. I don't blame any of the actors for this thing. They are so confused. It was obviously there was some very poor voice directing going on. Not their fault. Like, Scott McNeil even sounds confused in some points. And Scott McNeil is an amazing actor. And, yeah. Kicker is such a This series is also famous because the human companion is the most loathed of all, which is like winning the ugly contest. I mean, it's really bad. He is such an obnoxious little twerp.
Okay, wise guy. Who gave you permission to surface the city?
I don't need your permission. It's my planet, not yours. Now get out of my way.
I'm in charge of Cybertron City. You have to do what I say.
Sassy.
I think you're the boss, but I've had enough of bots bossing me around.
Kicker's trying out for...
To the city, Kicker.
Watch where you're pointing.
Hey, no one would know, Hotshot. Damn, you let him live. Uh-oh.
Hey, what's wrong?
My spidey sense is tingling.
Energon, I sense it. The Omnicons finally found it.
Oh,
It's
it's
more Energon than I've
dialogue.
ever sensed before.
More than I've ever sensed before. Good for you. So anyway, the Autobots and the humans are working together to harvest this stuff. With this race of of Transformers, the Omnicons, who suddenly exist. The voices for these guys are terrible. Listen. Oh no, we're gone. Oh god, here we go. Alpha Quinn is on. Here he is.
Quiet, blabbing fool. Yes, I need to strategize. We must plan very carefully.
Okay, this guy is the villain of this series. I don't know who was smoking or what or when when this character was thought up, but
We must collect sufficient energon to awaken.
God, it hurts.
Go forth, my pets.
So this was actually a really complex character in the original Japanese version, but like everything else, he's butchered so badly in this. It's not even funny. Okay, part 2 now.